Good afternoon and welcome back to the One Celtic Fans View. I burnt my bagel. I had to go make another one. The things that happen off screen that you don't really see. But anyway, tonight we play Slovan Bratislava, and thought we'd do a little warm-up show and tell you what's happening at Celtic Park right now. Not that you're probably caring, because you're probably getting ready to get on your bus or get whatever mode of transport that you do take. Whatever mode of transport that you take to get to Celtic Park. Currently 7 people online, because it's an unscheduled live. I usually go live an hour and 15 minutes before the game, but I thought we'd jump on because I am absolutely buzzing for the game tonight. Cannot wait. And I know a lot of you will still be at work and getting ready to leave work and then head along to Celtic Park. But, well, that's the wrong page. I've actually shut down the page. Never fails. Shut that one down. Anyway, is it time for Celtic's reputation to change in Europe? And team of also-rans and whatever you could ever say about the last as many years when it comes to Celtic in the Champions League. Is this the year that Celtic will make a bit of a difference in the Champions League? I was just looking at one of the comments there. I see that we're favourites. I don't know how that happened. But anyway, because, let's face it, Slovan Bratislava aren't sort of up there when it comes to, well, neither are Celtic, to be honest. So let's not disrespect Slovan Bratislava just in case it comes back and kicks us in the arse this evening. Anyway, let's jump online and say hello to everyone. First of all, James was first in. He says, hail, hail, 2-0 tonight. Ali Boy says, afternoon, Baz. He can't wait. Tamac says, hail, hail. Paul Baird is in the house. Carly's going for 3-1 for the mighty Glasgow Celtic. Michael's coming in from Turkey this afternoon. And Stephen Gordon's saying, going the boys. Lee's going for 3-0. It's boiling in Glasgow, 24 degrees. Is it? Is it? That's absolutely fantastic if it is. You can't beat that. Come on, the Hoops says Tim, and Stephen Gordon's going for 3-1. Celtic under 19 top the UEFA League, winning 4-0. Well, there you go. The under-9 teams and the B team has just thrown the gauntlet down to the main team, haven't they? They've just thrown the gauntlet down to the main team and go, there you go, boys, there's how it's done. So they currently top the league for the under-19s. Oh my God, see if they get through and the first team don't. That'll be something else. On who says DJ Singy, he's going for 4-0. Kyle is going for 3-1, Maida double. Carly said 3-0. I know you said 3-0, that's what I said. I said 3-0 to the mighty Glasgow Celtic. Paul Baird says we should be favourites and win as a must. The dog's sitting looking at my bagel. I burnt my bagel, so I had to cook another bagel. And I didn't get to eat it before I came online. Yeah. That'll keep the dog happy. It's 24.5 degrees. It's actually boiling. Well, you've got the same temperature that is here in Spain today. And it's cloudy. And the missus is saying it's winter weather. I said 3-1. Did I say 3-1? No, I said. Kyle said 3-1. Hail, hail, Baz and Stephen Johnson. Hail, hail, the troops says Spacey. Good to see that Stephen Johnson got sorted back out this morning. I've lost the page that I've opened. I had a list of everything and I've lost it. Everything that I was going to talk about. It's disappeared. Anyway, what's happening at Celtic Park as we speak? Where's that page gone? Celtic websites just took down a page. News. That's pretty much. Oh, your match day guide. There it is. So, the Superstore opened at 9 o'clock this morning. The ticket office opened at 11 o'clock. The Sports Bar opens at 4 p.m, which is in around about, it's open now, isn't it? 4 p.m, the sports bar at Celtic Park will be open. And, excuse me, I bet a lot of the buses, a lot of the guys that are coming over for Belfast, they'll be in the sports bar already. Well, or standing at the door. Because it'll just be opening in 5 minutes, won't it? 5 minutes will be open. The stadium turnstiles open at 6:30 tonight. The stadium turnstile opens. Remember that the supporters are reminded to enter the stadium at the turnstile location shown on your ticket and allocated to your seat. Additional concourse ticket checks will be in place to ensure adherence. That's to stop people going round to 111 and 110, isn't it? And the section where the concourse areas, Celtic, the concourse areas between 111 and 114 will be accessible only to supporters with tickets to prevent overcrowding in this area. We would reiterate supporters, please only use their allocated seat for the match. Please follow directions of assisting stewards at all times. Access for the new Lisbon Lions stand, Celtic say. Supporters seated in the Lisbon Lions stand are reminded of the new stadium access plans which will be in place for this match. See the information here. And then it's got a little link. Safety information, fuck off. Don't care. This is a safety announcement. Guy go and ram it. Programmes are priced at £4. £4 for a programme these days. Mind a programme used to only be £1. A long time ago, Baz. You'll find our programme sellers in the stadium and the rival at Celtic Park. Plus you can take advantage of tonight's double deal. Pick up a programme and the new Champions League issue of the Celtic View at £8.50. Fucking Celtic, eh? Fleece the fans on the way in. Fleece the fans on the way in for just £8.50, saving you £1.49. Woohoo! Fucking cherry hole. Anyway, the big one of the evening is obviously your Paradise Windfall. The Paradise Windfall tonight is £15,000. Make some noise for the boys. Don't forget to pick up your Paradise Windfall Super Draw tickets ahead of the match. Supporters have a chance to win £15,000 in Celtic Pool's famous halftime draw, sponsored by Laurie Ross. Paradise Windfall tickets are £2 and available from sellers at the stadium. Alternatively, via the Celtic Pools app, which Paul the Tim boasts about regularly on his social media. Anyway, let's jump back into the comments and see who is on the line. It's boiling in Glenoffice too, lol. Aye man, it's Redders. It's Redders? It's actually boiling in Glasgow. Everyone's giving me the temperature. Do you hear this? It's boiling back in. And we've had rain today. No, that's not. She's working. 21 degrees and 5. I'll take 3 points. No matter the score tonight. AR says 3-1 tonight. Duncan says, not a cloud and sunny Dunoon. 2-0 at the Celtic Buzz. I can see blue skies again. One day doesn't make your summer, chaps. 21 in County Derry. I don't care about the weather. I'm glad it's only 25 degrees here. Anyway, 3-0 says Hazel. And Mr. Quinn says 2-0. John says, I've got 5-1 at 25-1. Jesus. How much you put on it, John? How much you put on? Good afternoon, Baz, from sunny warm Coat Bridge. Can't wait for the game. Got the old butterflies already. Oh, it's a buzzing because it's at this time of day back home. 4 o'clock in the afternoon back home. I would have been ditched work an hour ago. I'd have been in the house getting showered after work, getting ready, grabbing some scran, as they say, getting the cargo ready, and then heading up to the pub. Heading up to the pub to then get the bus to the game. Maybe even getting something to eat in the pub. Done that many a time, and there'll be buses that will be already on their way to Glasgow as we speak. Absolutely buzzing. They'll be absolutely on the Swally already, heading up the motorway or heading down from wherever they're coming from, if it's up north. And they'll be buzzing, trying to get to Celtic Park before the traffic and just get into the ground and outside the ground, get into the pubs, get into the turnstiles, go to the Oak, whatever pub takes your fancy outside the ground, and maybe even try the new Chinese. Has anyone tried the new Chinese outside the ground yet? The walk-in. You'll never walk alone, but you'll walk in and you'll walk out. Has anybody tried the new Chinese at the ground? I can't wait to go back to a game just to go to the Chinese before it. That'd be absolutely... it'd be a laugh. Anyway, I signed up for the pools and won it a month later. $380, said Carly. Good on you. Good on you. That's fantastic. I can't sign up for it because I'm not in the UK. I'd have to use a VPN and do shit like that. Raymond says, hi, Northampton Tim is going for 3-0. Into them, Celtic said, Sals. Raymond says, hail, hail, 1888. Come on, you boys in green. 27 in sunny Bulgaria. Why are we getting weather fucking forecasts for in Europe? Oh my goodness. And I'm sitting drinking a cup of tea. Cup of tea. Lorna's in the house. Is Lorna in the house? I don't know. A fiver, Baz. You put a fiver on it, 25 to 1. I'd be sticking a tenner on that. You got to stick a round number on that. I'd have stuck a tenner on. Paul Bell says, I think 3-0 Celtic, but any win will do for him. Sunstone Sheep says, next trip's Glasgow. Walk on top of the agenda, says Sunstone Sheep. Get in there. Lorna says, the Paradise Bar for me. Don't even need a taxi home. Well, she's just rubbing it in. Expect an atmosphere like the Rangers game. I think that will be the Rangers game 2 years ago. I think it'll be a better atmosphere because there'll be a little bit of away fans. No Huntiers yet, Baz. There'll be any Huntiers tonight because they're not even in our equation. We're not even in our thinking. They're not even worth speaking about. Pub weather is all the same all year round. It is that. Right, hands up. Who's going with their season ticket? Double up, charge through the turnstile at once. You had no chance of that, getting through the turnstile. Those days are well gone. Especially with the security that Celtic has on the turnstiles now. Can't wait for the night tonight. New signings had a bit more time, but still looking forward to it, says John. Come on, you boys in green. 14 on the Isle of Man. That's freezing. That's nighttime temperatures here. Carla says, I wish she was going to the game tonight. She's jealous. She's jealous of the 60,000 Celtic fans will go there, give or take. Yep, it's going to be a sellout at Celtic Park tonight. Let's go mental. 4-1 for a change, says John. I think if Kyogo's had too many misses in the last few games. He's had far too many misses. And I think that if he is on fire tonight, I think Kyogo could score a double. And then I think if it's going to be more than two, I think Kyogo will get the 2 goals and then maybe a midfield player. But you don't know. You just do not know. The Champions League guide, we've done all that. We've done that page for Celtic, done a little bit of else. Aston Villa played last night. Aston Villa is the team that we play in the Champions League. Aston Villa had to change their shirts, it's been said, for the Champions League. Celtic set to follow. I wonder if Celtic are going to play the camouflage strip shirt that I'll be getting in, what day is this? Oh, just over a week's time. Just over a week's time I'll get that'll be getting delivered to me. Even better. Absolutely brilliant. I'm not really interested in what Aston Villa that did. It's all about Celtic. That's all I want to talk about. How much will Celtic win for the Champions League games if they win money? If they win at all, and it'll be interesting to see what display that the Green Brigade put on tonight. Because I think if you'd looked at the community tab this morning, and the community tab going through today, I think there's another one just about to go live just now. I've been putting up videos of games gone by, games from years ago, where I was at the games and it was the banners, putting the banners up. There's one or two that I didn't put up because they've not been monetized for some unknown reason. It's only 22 and Sonny Johnson. John says, I'm going for DM to bag a couple. Dyson Maida to bag a couple. That's interesting. Clean sheet, says Sunstone Sheep. Desmond Donald says, hi, Baz and the troops. Cooking in the garden, the boys getting ready for the Castle Milk Boys CSC bus. Oh, you did a barbecue in the garden before you go. That's not even right, man. That's not even right. That's fantastic. Johnny Joseph says, hail, looking forward to the game tonight. Also, buzzing like Chris Boyd. I'm not saying that one. Buzzing like Chris Boyd's missus. Vibrator for this. Oh my goodness. What is wrong with you people? Anyway, Celtic. Celtic announced this week that they've got £77 million in the bank. It didn't take into account that the fact that Celtic did spend heavily in the transfer market this summer, but they also made quite a lot of money in the transfer market this summer, which more than covered anything that was spent by the club. So don't expect that bank balance to go down under the 77 million. It's probably currently sitting at more like about 90 million, the Celtic coffers as it stands just yet. Because remember that since June, the Celtic fans, by a large number, there, it's done. The dog's sitting watching my plate. What's wrong with you? Go away. Celtic fans have had their season ticket money brought in already. That'll be in the bank of the club. That would not have been included in the £77 million that was sitting in the bank in June. We've also brought in money from the transfer market, and we'll have had the first payment of money from the Champions League. So the current bank account, Peter Law will be pretty happy with the current bank account, because when you look at it, there probably is 100 million sitting in the bank as Celtic coffers at this very moment. But Celtic can win even more money in the Champions League. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough even this evening. They are the champions of their country. You can't deny that. But Celtic will get a certain amount of money for a draw and every goal scored. And it's going to be interesting. Celtic have already pocketed 15.7 million for just being in the Champions League this season already. So that money would have went into the bank already. Each victory is worth 1.8 million in additional prize money, while a draw sees clubs awarded £595,000. So if Celtic win the game tonight, they get an extra 1.8 million. Yeah, tough. And at this point, Rangers fans are hiding under the table going, oh, fuck, no, man. I don't even want to listen to this. That's probably why the views are down. The views are down on the channel, because there's obviously not as many Sevconians watching the channel. Because, let's face it, what's the Doug's language? Scottish. We brought her from Scotland. It's no Spanish, Doug. It's a Scottish dog. Anyway, well, the dog understand you. Speak Spanish. No, it's a Scottish dog. We brought the dog with us. The old crow that she is. Look at her sitting there. She's 11-year-old. We brought her with us. I think if we buy, we're up about 6 million. Anyway, build that hotel. Yeah, we should build the hotel because you're starving the dog. I'm not starving the dog. She's just had her dinner. I've not had my dinner. She's had her dinner. She's had all her treats, and then she can't see me sitting eating myself. Anyway, I'm not arguing with you about the dog. Jesus. So Celtic will get 1.8 million if they win the game tonight. A draw sees Celtic will get £590,000. You don't get anything for a defeat in the Champions League. But with that extra money, if we go for a minimum of 3 wins, Celtic are going to be at least £5 to £6 to £7 million better off just by being in the Champions League. So at that point, I think it's just game over when it comes to any competition in the league, and Celtic would just be as well being handed it for the next 6 in a row to make it the 9, 10. That'll be 10, won't it? Because we're on 4 in a row. I've lost the plot already. No, we're on. What are we on? 3, 4 in a row, aren't we? Jesus, how did that happen? Anyway, the dog's a greedy bastard. It is that. You're no joking. Graffiti on the wall, it says we're magic. Tamax says that's fair point, buyers. The onions can't find their drums. And I've got to say, there was a comment on that video, and the comment, I can't remember who it was, and I apologise, but they said that the Green Brigade should hand over the drums to the St Johnstone boys. Because remember when Rangers played St Johnstone at Hampden, the Rangers fans went round and stole the drum off a woman. Right? They went round and stole the drum off a woman. And it's funny how nothing was really said about that, and the Scottish media and that. But there was a comment that says that the Green Brigade should hand over the drum to the one and only St Johnstone Ultras, even though they're all aged about 15, the St Johnstone Ultras, and then let them parade them. Yes, let them parade them at St Johnstone's ground, and let them be kept safe inside the ground at St Johnstone. And a bit like the stone of Scone up at Scone Palace. Anyway, John says hopefully we get a second half and come on Celtic. We have this team. Let's go. Jim Dolan says that's a great idea, Baz. It wasn't. It's not my idea. It was one of the commenters on the video. But I think that'd be a funny as anything thing to do. The Green Brigade went to the St Johnstone boys. Here, you want one of these drums just to wind that mob up more than anything. And to other people that say, actually, Josh, and you bunch of young boys in that in the Green Brigade. So, well, you better tell the guys that have been in it since the start that are on their mid-40s to early 50s now. So, anyway, there's not any team news out as yet, as we expect, but the team news will be out 1 hour and 15 minutes before kickoff. And at that point, I will be going live. We will be going live. So, yeah, we'll get the team news out, and we'll talk about what Brendan Rodgers has done and if he's changed the team whatsoever, because it is one of the most important decisions that Brendan Rodgers will have to make as manager, and that'll be this team to get us off to a winning start in the Champions League. Does he bring in Arne Engels that we've just paid £11 million for and drop Paulo Bernardo? A lot of people are saying that you cannot drop the one and only Rio Hatate, but Paulo Bernardo started 4 games from the bench in the Champions League last year, and then he started the final 2 games in the Champions League. He started 2 games in the Champions League, but he made a massive difference when he came on. It's up to the manager. It's in the manager's hands, and in the manager we trust. Horrible, said Lorna. Drum thieving tramps. Yeah, they were. John says, hopefully we'll get the second half. Hopefully we'll get to the second half. Michael says the same 11 as Saturday. Hopefully, come on, you boys in green. John says my wonderful Wednesday could be our wonderful day. Hey, could be. Engels is definitely starting. Says AR. We'll just wait and see what the manager says. Anyway, we've been on for 25 minutes. 23 minutes. Hello, Baz. 2-0 tonight. We are in great form. Only ourselves can mess this up, but no chance. Do a poll. on who starts. I've not got time to write everybody's name. I'd rather just wait until the live an hour and 15 minutes before. Rio on the bench for me, says Paul Baird. Mr. Quinn says to Carly it should be kept under armed guard. The drums, yeah. I thought the Union Bears stuff was kept in Ibrox. Isn't the Green Brigade stored at Paradise? It better be. I don't know. I know where it used to be stored. Years and years ago. But I don't think it's in Celtic Park. It's never been in Celtic Park. It's only the materials for... Anyway, loose lips and all that. You don't talk about that stuff in public. So you're never going to get me talking about it. Loose lips cause lives. Don't speak in the taxis, in the room on your own, on the bus, in the nightclubs, anything. Zip it. 4-0 scale, says Barry Craig. Carly, it's not. The game starts at 3 p.m. time. We'll be in great shape by dinner. Says Sunstod Sheep. The game starts at 3 p.m. his time. Falcon Hoof says 2-0 before we know what's hit them. I need the crowd to be right on form tonight. I think the crowd are going to be way up for this. I think the crowd will be way up for this. I think that we have been in such a fine vein of form since the beginning of the season, and we have a real good chance to make a little bit of a difference in this new Champions League format. And like Callum McGregor says, look, all these negative headlines about we've only won 2 games in 18 under Brendan Rodgers, and we've only done this in the Champions League and that in the Champions League. Well, it's a blank slate. It's a blank slate because no one's played in this league before. No one. And you could say, but look at that's Manchester City, and if you look, well, you can't even talk about them and Real Madrid in the same breath, because Real Madrid have been there and done it and wrote their own history when it comes to the Champions League. But this is a brand new start, and I'm not saying for 1 minute that Celtic are going to try and win the competition, but even if we can finish in position 16th and above, can we finish in position 16? It's going to be a tough ask. It's going to be a tough ask, but I've got a funny feeling that Celtic might be able to do something. And even if we don't finish in the last 16, if we can finish in between 16 and 24, we then get a playoff position. So we'll wait and see what happens. Anyway, 1 game at a time. Sucks, I'm working, keep sneaking in here for updates, says Tim. Jock says 3-0. 3 a.m. game for him. Jesus, 3 o'clock in the morning. This is what I love about Celtic fans. It's we all get up in our different time zones all around the world. And let's just hope that Celtic TV doesn't crash and doesn't have an absolute nightmare tonight. But it's people totally devoted all around the world. Celtic fans all around the world getting up at whatever time it is. And I know a mate that's down in Australia and that, and he'll be getting up at God knows what time it is. It will be with him. But the ones that are going to the games are the ones who live the dream. And on that note, I'll see you an hour and 15 minutes before the game. Shane Berry's coming on your boys in green. He's coming in for Charlotte in USA. Carly's guts are in turmoil. Brendan Rodgers will be judged what he does in the Champions League this season, says Paul Baird. And Stephen James says it's going to be 2-1 to Celtic tonight. And on that note, have a fantastic evening. I'm already halfway through my first bottle of rum. On the sesh for a Euro night. Jesus God, man, already. Jerry McCulloch's a crash test dummy for Celtic TV. It crashes that much. That's the last comment. It really is. Anyway, I'll see you in just a couple of hours where we'll all be making some